tonight.
Temperatures up there go down into the minuses.
A girl's day out.
Yeah, they're down here 3 o'clock low.
Goes horribly wrong.
I'm just a bit concerned about the wind coming up off the lake.
Car is currently on its route. Patient is trapped by confinement.
Brad was T-boned out of the blue.
The scene looks pretty disastrous.
And now he's trapped.
Has he fallen along the side of the lake? Has he fallen out of the boat?
And the unluckiest fisherman. Stuck in the mud with no way out. Late afternoon, Hobart, Tasmania. And a girl's day out on Cradle Mountain has gone horribly wrong.
Last lot is 6:30, so we better hurry.
72-year-old Sandra, a highly experienced bushwalker, was hiking with daughter Tracy and her 2 granddaughters when she slipped and hit her head. Chris takes a call from Sandra's daughter.
G'day Tracy, how's Mum going?
She's starting to want to fall asleep.
Okay.
So we're just trying to keep her awake.
Chris knows the temperature on the mountain will drop dramatically after dark.
Have you got anything to keep Mum warm?
I've given her my rain jacket, but because we got wet, she's pretty cold.
If Mum's cold, if you and your girls could snuggle up next to her and just a bit of body heat will keep her warm.
It's crucial to get Sandra before dark. Hypothermia or low body temperature can be life-threatening. Sandra might not survive a night on the mountain.
I've got a 71-year-old female. She's fallen over on Marion's Lookout. She's got a wrist injury and a possible back injury.
Follow 72 on climb 1,500.
Marion's Lookout's probably the steepest and hardest part of the overland track.
Yes, we're going to get there right on dark, aren't we? Roger.
She's wet, she's cold already. Temperatures up there go down into the minuses, and with the sun going down, it's getting colder.
The Yankee 9, we're approaching the search area.
Mist and cloud close in. Spotting the bushwalkers may prove difficult.
Just starting to clag in a bit to the left now, mate.
Pilot Yass is worried, and with good reason.
Conditions change every minute. We can't fly in clouds at night to rescue them.
Yeah, Roger, that's them. They're down there waving.
They've found the bushwalkers.
Another 5 minutes, it would have been dark.
The challenge now is where to land. Or not.
Righto, Pete, are you happy if we drop you out in the hover?
Yeah, mate, that looks good.
Pilot Yass holds the helicopter steady, so paramedic Pete can jump out.
Hold there, yes. The position's good. Pete's on the skid. Get out of the aircraft.
The light's going to fade on us pretty quick. Things get a bit more dangerous when it's dark, so we need to get up there and try and get the job done in the daylight. Hello. My name's Pete.
I'm Sandra.
Sandra, pleased to meet you. So you've had a bit of a bingle today, have you?
Just now, yeah.
Whereabouts are you sore?
Mostly in here, in
Yep.
the wrist, and it's hugely painful.
So Mum just slipped on that rock. It was pouring with rain, and she just slipped and fell forward.
So we need to try and get out of here before it gets too dark.
Yeah.
Any pain through there when I push?
No.
Take a nice big deep breath for me. Is that sore at all in there? You push against my hand.
Yeah.
Good.
Sandra's tough. She walked the entire overland track last year. But with falling temperatures, every minute up here in wet clothes increases the risk of hypothermia.
Yankee 9, 30, Yankee 9.
Go ahead, mate.
Yeah, Roger, she'll be able to walk, just won't be able to use her left wrist to get in the aircraft. And I'm just a bit concerned about the wind coming up off the lake.
Roger, mate. We'll come up and make the assessment. We'll see you soon.
Roger.
Okay, it's all set again.
So what we'll do, we'll get the aircraft in and we'll get you to try and climb into it while it's sort of hovering nearby. You think you'll be able to do that?
I can't use this.
No, that's all right. We'll help you.
First aid must be put on hold for now.
I won't bother having a look at that just at the moment.
That's all right.
We'll just get you out of here while it's still light, and then we'll sort you out once we get down closer, okay? Peggy 92, I'm standing on one of the locations.
With only minutes of light left, the helicopter reaches the summit.
I've got a visual on Pete and the walking group.
But it can't carry everyone at once.
So I need 2 of you. 1 stay behind, 2 come with me.
Pilot Yass manoeuvres as close to the ridge as possible.
I'll hover facing this direction.
It's a hazardous area. It is on a ridge line. We know we're not going to be able to put the skids anywhere near the walking track due to the nature of the terrain.
Keep moving forward 3, 2, 1 and hold. Position's good there, clear below, come down 3. Position's good there, hold.
It's a scramble, but they get Sandra and granddaughter Caitlin on board.
Hopefully they can get back to us.
Cradle Mountain, Tasmania, and 72-year-old injured bushwalker Sandra is safely on board the Westpac rescue helicopter. But the mission is not over yet.
All right, so if you guys come and stand here, it's getting pretty cloudy, but you should be able to get in still.
Paramedic Pete's remained behind on the mountain with granddaughter Juliet and daughter Tracy.
So I'm pretty keen for them to come back and pick us up. I need to get back down and make sure that I haven't missed any injuries.
Okay, coming down.
At the Dove Lake car park, Chris helps Sandra out of the helicopter. A fast turnaround is critical.
You want to go in that shelter there? We'll go and get the others and then we'll come back, okay?
Back at the summit, Paramedic Pete makes sure everyone's prepared.
Wait till you're told to get in, and then go as far down the back as you can go on the seats.
Yass circles back in for his second hover extraction of the evening.
The rotor wash from the aircraft will pretty much just try and knock you off your feet.
Yep.
So just sort of lean into it, have a bit of a split stance, and
Okay.
I'll help you as well.
Rescue Officer Chris knows there'll be no second chances.
I'm in a nervous and an uncomfortable situation. I've got people's safety at my feet. No one's comfortable stepping off a ridge line or a ledge into a moving helicopter in the mist when it's getting dark and it's freezing cold.
It's critical that no one loses focus now. One slip could lead to injury.
So I'll get the 2 family members in, then the gear, then me. Things are getting pretty intense. It's dark, girls are tired and wet, cold and a bit scared, so we just need to make sure we keep it safe and do things the way we're trained to.
She's coming onto the skid. She's coming inside the aircraft now. Pete's stepping onto the skid. Pete's inside. Need to rotate back down towards the lake.
Chris updates the base.
We're on the ground at Dove Lake. We've got our patients out. They're all safe.
In the lakeside cabin, Pete finally gives Sandra a proper examination.
Sore on the bone there. Can you rotate your hand? It's just that hurt, didn't it? Yeah. I can't tell you whether that's broken or not. The only way to tell that is through an X-ray. Okay.
We can go ourselves.
Sandra is a retired nurse. She's opted to make her own way to hospital.
You are more than welcome if you want to put her in the car and take her down to Devonport.
Thank you very much.
That's okay. It's our pleasure.
Pilot Yass reflects on a job well done.
Everything we do is, challenging, difficult, but we are all well trained.
I've lost over 4 things. Understood. We're heading that direction now. Roughly ETA 1430.
In Lismore, Lifesaver 4 is heading to the scene of a horror car smash.
Car is currently on its roof. Patient is trapped by confinement.
The patient is 47-year-old father of 4, Brad. he was T-boned on a blind rise. His car flipped, and now he's trapped inside. Brad is married with 4 young children.
I got the area sighted. All cars blocked on the old highway.
The situation on the ground is hectic.
Still good on the road, still clear, tail's clear.
Pilot Lockie lands as close to the accident scene as he can.
Going to be right on the edge of the bitumen here, mate.
The car is a wreck, and trapped inside is Brad.
Just a roll over. He's got his leg up and around his steering wheel at the moment.
The scene looks pretty disastrous, but at this point, it's a matter of getting the patient out so we can do a thorough assessment.
Brad may have internal injuries. The other driver, Gordon, is about to arrive at hospital. But Gordon's daughter and granddaughters are still at the scene.
I seen the helicopter fly over and that was it. I was a mess. Absolute mess.
Look, there's the car.
Oh, it's in it on the truck.
Right now, Brad is the priority.
Grab my arm really hard.
But there's no way to evaluate his injuries until they free him from the wreck.
Yell at any time you want to stop, mate.
Tasmania.
We've got an injured fisherman up at Lake Augusta. Yep.
An urgent call for help has just come in.
Details are obviously pretty scant. He's broken his ankle, which has upturned him in the water.
Fishing enthusiast David came to Tasmania from Melbourne for some fly fishing with good mate Bruce. But now he's stuck here, somewhere in remote Lake Augusta. Heli rescue is the only option.
About 40 minutes, isn't it? Let's call it 50 minutes.
To save time on arrival, the crew tries to get an accurate fix on the fisherman's position.
They're only 1.5 km from the dam wall. They've described it when I spoke to them as a bit of a mud flat. So, I would imagine
It's where the dam's lower than what it used to be.
I'm concerned about how we're going to find them. They don't exactly know where they are. The water levels change.
Lake Augusta is an operational hydro-powered storage lake.
I got the damn wall.
The water levels rise and fall every day. As they reach the lake,
Below 60 now, doors are clear.
its doors open and eyes out.
So this would be the northwestern corner up here.
Has he fallen along the side of the lake? Has he ended up in the water? We're not really sure and the information's incomplete. So these are the things that make you be a little bit on edge.
As pilot Joe banks for another look, Chris spots something out on a tiny island.
Coming down the right-hand side of the aircraft, let's have a look at it.
Yeah, he just gave a wave.
They've found the fishermen, Dave and Bruce. But landing a fully laden helicopter on this tiny mudflat could be risky.
I reckon it's a bit boggy down there.
The Byron Bay hinterlands. And Brad is trapped inside his car.
We going under the pillow or on top of the pillow?
We'll go low.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, no, that's good. Give him protection.
Paramedic Trent is assisting the ambulance team to free Brad from the wreckage.
Make sure you're good. Just get him nice and firm. All right, just going to come downhill a little bit, mate.
After an hour's battle, Brad is finally out of his overturned car.
On 3, 1, 2, 3.
Once we get out of the car, he's shaken up. He's got a laceration on his hand and he's complaining a little bit of pain to the side of his rib cage.
This is Dr. Brett's first chance to evaluate his patient.
Right, we're just going to try and get you towards the back of the ambulance, have a quick look at you, okay, bud?
Dr. Brett's concerned. Brad could be bleeding internally.
How you feeling? Where are you most sore, mate? Sorry, buddy. Some big deep breaths in and out for me.
He's got significant right-sided chest pain, but there is no immediate sign of a life-threatening injury to the chest.
Any chest pain after an accident like this requires further investigation at hospital.
So I think we'll let you go in the road ambulance. I don't think you need to go in the helicopter, okay? I'll let the guys who've been looking after you already keep looking after you.
Brad's on his way to Lismore Base Hospital, but this ordeal is far from over.
Northern Control, this is Lifesaver 4. We're airborne en route back to base.
Lake Augusta, Tasmania. And Rescue Officer Chris has spotted injured fisherman David and is trying to land.
You can see that one person's standing up and one person's laying down.
Yeah, just gave away.
Pilot Joe's got a big call to make. Try and land and risk getting bogged in the mud, or opt for a hover extraction.
This island is normally underwater, so this is basically the bottom of the lake.
You go first, Lucky, and I'll follow you out. Got that?
Move forward. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold.
This descent needs the utmost precision.
Oh yeah, I'm happy to give it a go.
Right, okay, coming down 2, 1, and left skin just touching.
Just jump out so it is underfoot, mate.
Yeah, it's good. The feet are on the ground. Are you happy there, mate?
Yeah, I'm happy.
We'll shut down then. There you go. We're just going to shut down, and then we'll come over, so just stay put. You right? Got a paramedic on board. How's your leg? I'm Richard, by the way.
I think I've snapped the outer bone, just above the ankle. I heard a snap. I fell over, I couldn't take weight, fell over backwards into the water, but then got up. We made it to here. I just couldn't go any further.
Ideally, I'd like to take his boot off, have a good look at his leg to see if he's got good blood supply to his feet.
But Dave has implemented some first aid of his own.
I did all the laces on my boot, pull it tighter, just to hold it all.
I tend to think if you've broken it, it's probably better just to lie you down into a bit of a stretcher and keep it nice and flat.
It looks like his boot's splinting his foot pretty well. The imperative is to get him onto the stretcher, get him into the aircraft and get things moving.
If you want to try shuffling back at the moment and just see how you move, but if it's hurting too much, we'll splint it.
Dave's boot is doing the job.
Okay, well we won't worry about splinting it too much then, we'll just keep it simple.
Never thought I'd bloody step in a hole and stuff, eh?
1, 2, 3.
Hey mate, how are you? My name's Joe.
The ankle went out, my knee went in. Don't know whether it's tendons or bone.
The crew heads to Launceston Hospital.
You didn't get any drowns at all? No, nothing. We let them all go anyway when we do. Ah, nice.
Alright, coming below 60. Doors are clear left and right.
How's that leg going now?
Yeah, it's alright.
Throbbing a bit?
Something's not right.
Chris updates Dave's wife in Melbourne.
We're in Launceston now. The doctors are about to take him in and assess what's going on.
All the best, David.
Alright, thanks guys.
No worries, mate.
Thanks for all that.
Good luck, mate.
Thank you.
I've no doubt he'll probably ring you in the next hour or two and tell you, you know, he's either broken his ankle or his lower leg, and yeah.
Lismore Base Hospital, the emergency department.
Brad, would you be able to sit forward for us?
The medical staff are concerned. Car crash victim Brad is finding it difficult to breathe.
Are you alright once you sat up?
Wife Christina watches on anxiously, while the ED doctor tests Brad's lung functions.
Hey Brad, what I'm going to do is just have a quick look at your lungs with an ultrasound. This is just whilst we're waiting on that X-ray, just to make sure you've not got a collapsed lung. All good? All good on that side? That's reassuring.
Finally, Brad gets a quiet word with his wife.
Yeah, you're going to be sore for a while.
Get to go now.
You can still see the car rolling,
Oh, okay.
feeling it.
A dedicated family man with a loving wife and 4 kids. Brad's had a very close call.